Hey folks, it's Rick with This Epic Disaster. Coming at you again. I don't know, I'm just kind of hanging out in the studio today, and I thought I'd give you a little tour. Not really a tour, you can kind of see what our desk looks like. This is where we record the podcast for those of you who haven't looked at any of the live episodes. You can kind of see a little bit about what our messy podcast table actually looks like. Sherry sits right over there, actually where you're sitting. And I sit right here. This is my mic. Right here. Kind of got it out of the way because I'm not using it today. Usually right there with my little headphones right here. And we just talk back and forth to each other. That's what we do. At least once a week. And we've got a lot of little things, little crappy things sitting all over our table. I kind of thought I would show it to you. And this is our little beer opener. We've had this since the beginning of our podcast days, I think. This is what we used to open up all of our beers in our live beer review. As you know, we do a live beer review every episode. What else do we got? I've got my trusty little coffee here in my Bucksnort, Tennessee mug. Do you know where Bucksnort, Tennessee is? I've been there a couple of times, and I gotta tell you, it sure makes the coffee taste good. That's good coffee. Okay, so a couple of things I wanted to show you. By the way, I shouldn't have worn a white shirt because the glare from it makes me look really fat, doesn't it? If I look fat on the video, it's the shirt. It's not me. I'd like to think that's true. I'm fat. I'm sorry. It's not the shirt. Anyway, so what we do is we have some incense every week. As you can see, this is our incense burner that we normally have. A little phallic, but still, we put the incense in here and burn it. I got a new incense burner today. Actually, it's an old one, but it's a new one for our office. And this is it. I think this is the one we're going to use from now on. What do you think? Incense burns this way instead of up and down. I think it's going to make less smoke. We can put the incense right in here. What do you think of that? It's a pretty good plan, I think. Because normally we burn it here. When you burn it, you got to hang it upside down. And so when it's burning, it really makes a lot of smoke and it gets in my face. And I don't like it. This is our other incense burner. We've used this a few times. This is kind of a cool one. We got it at the Georgia Renaissance Festival. What do you think of that? Not bad incense burner. It's a dragon. So what happens is you put the incense down here. It will only burn cone incense. And I don't have a lot of that. But you put a cone incense thing down here, an incense cone down here, and it comes out the dragon's mouth like actual smoke, which is kind of cool, or warm, as the case may be. And I like that. We just don't have a lot of cone incense, and I believe we're actually out of it right now. One thing that you might want to know is here on the podcast table, I have one pair of reading glasses, which I'm going to put right here. And then I also have another pair of reading glasses right here. And this is a good reason why I can't ever find my reading glasses while we're in the middle of the podcast. This is a third pair of reading glasses, which I'm going to put right here. Oh, look, right here is a fourth pair of reading glasses. And it's all wrapped up in, see, it's crazy. This is reading glasses. See, if I needed these reading glasses, I'd never be able to get them because they're all wrapped up. So there's four pair of reading glasses on the table and probably more. I don't know. And I can't ever find them. I can't ever find reading glasses. Here they are. Next time we'll know. What else do we have here? We have a little oil burner. I don't know if you could see it. It's just out of frame. I'm burning a candle here. I'll show you that really quick. See that burning? We burn that sometimes during the show, not often, because you really don't want flames around us. We will set the place on fire. Accidentally, of course. I do have some trombone lubricant over here, which I'm not going to show you, but I do feel like we're probably the only podcast in the country, and maybe the world, that keeps trombone lubricant on their table. Maybe if it's a trombone podcast, they would do that. Now here's something that, this is left over, if you're kind of new to the podcast, you might not know we did a podcast before this one. It's called the Life in a Kilt podcast. It was all about kilt stuff. We enjoyed it a lot. And you will be able, here is, can you see? This is William Wallace in a kilt. William Wallace from Braveheart film, William Wallace in a kilt. And This is me in a kilt. Right here, that's me in a kilt. So me and William Wallace hang out at the table frequently, the podcast table, just to consult and throw out some ideas every once in a while. It doesn't always, we don't use them all the time, but they do get thrown out. They stay here over at the side of the table. You know, everybody on our podcast, almost everybody gets a nickname. We have nicknames for all of our friends who are part, and you may have heard of Koozie Mike. Koozie Mike gave us some koozies, and that's why Koozie Mike is Koozie Mike. These are little kilt koozies that go on beer that we're drinking. Little koozies, full kilt koozies. This is a Wallace kilt. We keep it here whenever we have beer. Often we wrap it up. I did want to show you one more thing before we leave, because I know this is gripping. This is so interesting that you just don't want to leave. But I do have a thing right over here. If you'll excuse me for a minute, I'm going to go out of frame. I'm going to keep talking though, just to make it interesting. I should tell you, this is heavy. I'm back. So, what we have here is we have some stickers. Now, you know, we give away free stickers on our podcast. Not all podcasts do that. We do. We always give free stickers. No, you don't have to buy the stickers on this podcast. So we have two kinds of stickers. We have the full color stickers. These are the stickers we've had since the beginning of the podcast right here. Full color, yellow with red, black. This Epic Disaster podcast with the ThisEpicDisaster.com URL down here in white. Now, we just ordered new stickers, and I'm going to explain why we did that. But first of all, let me show you the new stickers. I mean, these are really awesome. Black and white. Simple, kind of punk rock, sort of like the old days of punk rock, the black on white stickers. My favorite, actually. I have one of these on my car and one of them on my van right now. So if you write to us and send us your address, we will send you two of each of these. You'll get a color and black and white, and there's a reason for that, because we got these to put as a bumper sticker on your car. I put it on my car at the first of this season, and what happened is the yellow and the red right here completely faded out. It was totally white. The sun, I should have known that as a designer. I should have known yellow and especially red disappears in the sun, and it did. And right here where it says ThisEpicDisaster.com in white, you couldn't even read that because all of this turned white, and all you were left with was this little black area right here. Maybe you want that. That's okay if that's what you want. But we give you a choice now. You can, these, I would just suggest you put these somewhere in your house. You can put them on a notebook. You can put them on your computer, whatever you want to do. These, we suggest you put them on your automobile. Anything that's going to be outside, your skateboard, you can put them on your surfboard. If you're going to swim with the dolphins, I would put one of these on the dolphin. Just reach out, slap it. They love it. And This Epic Disaster podcast, black and white, with the URL right down here. I mean, who else? 4 freaking stickers from This Epic Disaster. All you gotta do, send us an email, thisepicdisaster@gmail.com. Give us your mailing address. We will put these in the mail to you immediately. No questions asked. You don't even have to be a fan of the show. Maybe you just want to stick these on something to hold up a poster. We don't care. We will send these to you. Maybe you want to use them as a voodoo doll. You hate the podcast so much you want to poke holes in it. We don't care. You can do that. Maybe you want to stick these on the presidential caravan. You know, when Trump comes to your town to do a town hall, just reach out. You know, put one of these on the presidential limousine. It'd be awesome. Or anywhere else you want to stick it. You can, public transportation, strangers, the back of strangers' heads. These are great for all of that. We also have some other stuff which I'm not going to get into. These are the things I really wanted to talk about right now. And that's pretty much it. If you watched my last video, you might notice my beard is darker. I use Just for Men. I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I did. I do it every once in a while. Sometimes I just look in the mirror and I just think, I don't like the white, I don't like the gray anymore. It's not an age thing, I just don't like the way it looks. I like this. Although I had it on a little bit too long. Now I kind of look like the devil. Maybe like a magician or the devil, or the devil as a magician, maybe. I don't know. There's a TV evangelist that has a beard and hair way too dark, so I kind of look like that. Maybe I'm like a devil evangelist, a TV devil evangelist. That's what This Epic Disaster is about, basically. And if you want to listen to the podcast, you can find us. We come out every Monday, and you just go to ThisEpicDisaster.com. You can find the podcast there. You can download us on YouTube. You can download us on Google Play, Stitcher, anywhere that you get podcasts. That's where we are. We hang out there with my Buck Snort coffee. So thanks for watching this video. It's really important that I needed to tell you this kind of stuff. I mean, there's nowhere else to do it. You know, we don't have a newsletter. It's the videos. Only the videos. It's always the videos. Sherry's not here, and I'm sure she's really glad she's not here. She would ruin the video. She would ruin the video. I do like doing these videos by myself every once in a while. It helps me to get close to you. I feel close. I'm gonna have some coffee. Bye.